In the last episode, we had an absolutely massive ADHD-filled adventure to try and build this beautiful house that you can see behind. I guess magic shop. It's a magic shop. It's not a house. And it was an absolute blast. It was so much fun. We got this nice path down. Ooh, look at the path. Oh, it's so nice. And today, oh my gosh, we have so much to do. There is so much to do on this island. I want to say little island, but check out the size of this thing. It's actually way bigger than I originally thought it was, but that's okay. That just means we have more space to do stuff as well as things. And my first inclination is to just flatten all this out, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not about that life. Like, this is too flat, it feels like, as it is. And I didn't even do that, I don't think. But we gotta put a tower on the side of this build so we can have our magic-y stuff going on here, rituals and whatnot. We gotta build all sorts of different magical farms, like Drigme stuff and Whirly-Sprig things. And we gotta have a permanent home for this. And then we gotta connect this to the mainland with a nice huge bridge that's gonna go across this way, I guess, right here. And fix this, like this time, that looks terrible. And unfortunately, this village needs to go. It's just, I didn't want a village to be sitting right next to this, this little island here, so that's gotta go. And I would really like to fill this place with some nice mix of these kind of trees with maybe a couple custom trees and all that sort of stuff. And then we got to move into this place and actually furnish the inside of it. There is so much to do. There's so much to do, dudes. So I don't really know where to start. I think moving into the attic might be a good starting spot, because then it feels like not only are we using this space, I get to clean up that clutter back there. Yeah, let's move in. Oh, ow. Yeah, moving in times is always fun times. It's just like you get a chance to almost start over, you know what I mean? Plus, while I'm moving in, I get to break glass, which makes the best sound in the whole game. I love breaking glass. You know, while I'm breaking glass, I have an idea for a texture, or something that my Mojang could add to Minecraft, and it's broken glass. Like, if I threw glass in a furnace, right, or in front of lava or something like that, and it didn't just melt, and it, like, shattered, but it kept the texture of it shattering, I think that could look pretty cool. Oh gosh. Oh geez. Oh, I broke it. Oh, everything's and I'm dying. Okay, we're good. Whew. No, speaking of that, oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, that's unfortunate. You know, another perk to moving in is we can get like an actual storage system instead of this chest monster that we've got going on already. Oh, it's so bad. And it'll be a semi-temporary storage system, because of course we're going to be checking out the Ars Nouveau storage. It's going to be, everybody says it's fantastic, so we're going to give that a shot for sure. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Look at this, we're all cleaned up. The only problem is it's all right here. It's all just hanging out right here. Now, some of this stuff is going to probably go downstairs, like, quote-unquote, for sale in the shop. Some of this stuff here, you know, I just kind of placed here so I could... we're going to use it in other locations. And this here is going to be the shop. This is going to be like the retail part of the shop where, you know, people come here to buy certain little trinkets or odds and ends, like magical things, maybe a couple of potions, you know, that sort of thing. And then upstairs here is where people might have like some rituals done for them or on them maybe. And then right over here-ish, I think maybe here, one of these areas, this is where the entrance of the tower that's going to be going up the side here. And then we'll have other magical things that happen inside the different floors of the tower, but I'm not worried about that right now. What I'm worried about right now is making our living space livable. And you know, being a wizard, we still need to eat stuff. Like, this still needs to be our house, so we're gonna have to have some sort of like kitchenette area, you know, some place to cook food and eat it and all that sort of stuff. And I figure down here actually isn't a bad spot for that. So like right here, I think, just going to free can downstairs right here, we're gonna have like a little wood stove, or maybe a fireplace. I'm not sure which one we'll have yet. Probably a fireplace. And then we'll just have the chimney go right up to here. And then this could be where our kitchen is. And maybe we could use the fireplace to cook, you know, and keep ourselves warm. And then I'm unsure if it's going to come up the you know, into this room through the roof. I'm not 100% sure yet. But, you know, we'll worry about that later. But this will be our little kitchen. This is where we're going to eat. We're going to sleep upstairs. We're going to do all of our other stuff in this house here. And look at this sunset out our beautiful windows. Ah, gorgeous. I got to sleep. But for right now, what I think I'm going to do is just get this room ready. And this room is going to probably be cut in half, or at least have like a dividing wall put up. And we'll have this over here be where we sleep. This will be our little bedroom. And then this over here that we're just going to have be our quote-unquote temporary storage with a little bit of... Why are you here? Oh, that's why. There we go. A little bit of temporary storage as well as like a sort of quasi workshop for now, right? So the workbenches that we have, we're gonna have to put somewhere, and I might just put them on shelves on the ceiling here, or on this wall, excuse me. Things like the tinkering table, I'm not gonna use a whole lot, so that's probably not gonna work there. It might be clipping through the roof, but you know, stuff like that. Like we'll put our glass blowers up there, and we'll put a little shelf down, and then our carpenter table can go there on a little shelf, etc., etc. And then we'll put this here, maybe this here. I'm not 100% sure. We'll figure that out. But anyways, let me work on this room a little bit. Let me get something a little bit more livable, a little bit more storageable, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. All right, so this is one of those, it's very pretty. It's not pretty at all. Just don't look at it, okay? But welcome to my attic space, which is my temporary storage, which is my temporary workshop for this area. Oh my gosh, it's horrendously ugly in here. But you know what? It's going to serve its function. So we have some drawers for some of our stuff that we just have a metric ton of. And then we've got barrels for everything else. And I'm just going to remember where things are. I'm not going to remember where things are. And then over here, we've got a little workshop. It's fed by water wheels. I wanted to use Starbuncle wheels, but I don't want to... I already have one Starbuncle wheel. I would need 2 more. And I would honestly be able to make this go a little bit faster if I did, but it's been so hard finding Starbuncles out in the wild. I don't want to waste the tokens that I have on wheels right now. We might later. But anyways, we've got ourselves a mixer. We can heat it if we need to. We got ourselves a slicer. We got a press. And then we've got all the processing stuff here that we need. And it's fed just by 3 water wheels. It is making our bedroom a little wet, but that's okay. We'll change it later. Hopefully we'll have an area here where we'll have a little workshop, probably just a tiny little workshop where we can put all of this stuff in, or we'll just hide it underground. But hey, it's mine and I like it. This is what we've got. And now it's raining. Now it's raining. Let's see, can we go to bed? Nope, can't go to bed. So the roof is leaking over specifically our bed. And then we have all this stuff down here, and this is just an area where we need to decorate for a magic shop, which I've gone over a little bit already. I want to try and get this chimney in first before I do anything else. So I think what we're going to do is start down here and throw a little fireplace down here. Look at me raising a barn. So we can have a little chimney action going on up the side of the house, and we'll go from there. Well, that's definitely a chimney. It's a little bit of an odd shape, and it's a little too straight, and I kind of wish that it twisted a little bit. But you know what? It's in. And it's done. So that's what we're going with right now. I'm popping in free cam just for a minute, and it is a little quirky, right? It's got like some pieces missing and kind of broken up a little bit. And then I like these at the top with the little wall and the who's he what's it there. And this guy, I don't know what this is. It's just, I don't know, cap it off. The chimney doesn't work anymore. I think it adds a little bit. If it twisted off this way a little, I think it would work out a little better. But like I said, it's in, and that's all we're working with right now. And on the inside, we've got a nice little fireplace. Ooh, it's so cute and quaint. I love it. And then upstairs, we have stoves from Farmer's Delight. So this is where we're going to be cooking stuff, whether the wizard is cooking herbs or drying herbs, or, cooking food, or making potions maybe, or that sort of thing. This is where they're going to be doing that, and I'll have like a little kitchenette area in here. And those of you with keen eyes can see we have a new mod. It's called Handcrafted, and this is a kitchen hood from Handcrafted. And Handcrafted comes with a whole bunch of stuff, and I wish that I had waited to add that bed mod before I checked this out, because look at these. We have so many different beds, and we have so many different cushions and sheets that you can make for these beds as well. What is this, an oven? Oh, I might swap that out. That's so cool. Maybe I'll swap one of them out for an oven. Anyways, yeah, this mod is pretty incredible. You have like little bedside tables and desks and stuff. These corner trims are really, really great. And there's a whole bunch of things that you can do. Like you can right click these with hammers to change the way they look. And I love these trophies. These trophies are really cool as well. And yeah, it's just a little bit of more clutter to add to the world. And these sheets and cushions and stuff you can put on the chairs, and you can put on the tables and whatnot, and they add a little bit of splash of color to each one of them. They got little jam jars too. This is so cute. I love it so much. And ooh, a fancy painting. I'm gonna have to make one of those. That sounds really cool. But anyways, let's do a little bit of decoration down here now that I have this in place. It's desperately wanting some decoration, and then we have to do the rest of the shop as well. Well, I did it. I completed the shop. It is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to see this. Excuse us, Shadowfax, real quick. Boom. Look at how cluttered this is. Perfectly cluttered, in fact, for a potion, a wizard. Wow, words are hard. But just a wizard who's like just selling random crap out of a shop. You know what I mean? Like he's got just random like wizardy, magic-y stuff. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. And as you can see, I added another mod. That's right, we added another one. And I say perfectly cluttered because you can probably tell when I look at this here cauldron up at the top. These are from the Cluttered mod, and the Cluttered mod adds a little too much. I gotta be perfectly honest with you. We got whole new wood sets and everything, like some more chairs and all that sort of such, and there's a lot in here that I'm not going to use. Like this more modern stuff, I'm probably not gonna use that. I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna have a little bit of self-restraint on some of that stuff. I'm not gonna use it, but the rest of the stuff here, I wish that I could get this level of clutter in vanilla or slightly modded Minecraft, but I gotta be honest, this is exactly what I was going for this shop, and we're mixing a little bit of everything here. We've got some handcrafted stuff, we've got a little bit of clutter, some more chipped, some more clutter, and then we also have things from Macaw's as well. I've got this little area back here where the wizard would, sit there and write all their notes and their bills and all that sort of stuff, and they'll be able to stand here and sell things. And if people need to go upstairs for, a little bit more consultation, magical consultation, this isn't done yet, but they'll be able to come here. When the tower is in, we'll have a hole that's going in here. They'll be able to, do some magic-y stuff in the tower as well. And then over here, that same handcrafted mod the kitchen hood is from, we also have these oak counters, and they come in every style of wood, and you can take a hammer to them. I think I put my hammer away. And you can actually right-click on the top with some stone and whatnot and change the way that they look. And I think this just looks super incredible. I think what I'm going to do here pretty soon is I'm going to change the layout of this room a little bit, add a little walls, here and there, maybe a hallway, etc. But I'm kind of sort of waiting until our tower's in place because I want to know exactly where the entrance of the tower is going to be. I think it's going to be here, but I don't want to make that decision without the tower actually being there. And for now, we do Shreepies. Now, upstairs is a little bit of a mess. I've got my backpacks all over the place here, and I've got a little mess in my pocket that I need to clean up. But there is something that I found that I want to go raid with you all together, and I'm probably going to die, and that's okay. I'm going to need this for sure. I'm probably not going to make it out, but that's all right. I found, I don't know what it's called exactly, like a Wilden burrow or den or something like that. And it's just full of big bad monsters, and we're gonna try and take the big bad monsters out. But I gotta clean up this inventory first, and then I'll bring you back. It's in the spooky forest. Spooky forest, and magical forest, more like it. Let's go magical forest. I like that one better. Ah, there it is. Okay, this is not gonna go well for me. I just have a feeling this is not gonna go well, that's for sure. So let's jump off of Shadowfax here. We'll go ahead and grab our fence, and we're just gonna tether you here. And what I have on the hotbar is mage light, projectile mage light, just because I wanna light that place up, and my sword, my saber sword. So we're just gonna send in some lights, and you can see the wildens in there already. There's one that's just gonna light up right now. And where's my bow? There it is. All right, great. So we're just gonna get some bow action on the hotbar, and let me tell you, one of the big reasons I don't want to fight these guys is because they summon dogs, and I don't want to fight dogs. That's just mean. That's just awful and mean. So we're gonna do as much damage as we can by range because I'm a coward. Golly, look at them all. There's so many. There's so many. Now again, I don't want to aggro too many of these because they're gonna just wreck me. They summon so many pet dogs with them as well. Oh my gosh, look at how many there are. All right, we're going to start lighting these nerds up. And when there's only a couple left, then I'll actually go in and fight one for real. Because they're so rough to kill. Everyone at home is like, just go in there and kill one. And it's like, I don't want, I'm scared. And now that there's only one left, we'll fight it hand to hand. All right, here we go. Oh, there's two. There's two. Oh gosh, and the dogs. The dogs are here. Oh gosh. Oh, it's happening. Oh gosh, run away. Run away. I'm so bad at combat. I'm so sorry, puppies. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. And the puppies disappeared. Thank goodness. All right. I didn't want to fight them anyways because I would feel so terrible. But this is a wild and den. They're something specific to ours, which is pretty cool. I think it's just ours. It might be ours in another mod. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it's just full of wildin', and if you're not prepared on how to fight them, you don't last because they can overwhelm you so quickly with all of the dogs that they summon. It's wild. Legitimately wild. But look at all the horns that we have now, which I think we can use to get whirly sprigs to come hang out with us and do things that we need. Let's check out some of this loot as well. Yep, we've got the normal loot for loot chests. I don't know what's normally supposed to oh, and we can get those things too. Very cool. I don't know what's normally supposed to spawn in these loot chests, you know, without this random loot chest mod. I'm not entirely sure what would be here. But I'm glad that we have these. A Wixie token. Oh, that's cool. I think we can spawn a Wixie in now. That's super neat. Wixies are things that, like, they... Can I just punch those? Nope. I gotta use shears, don't I? Oh, I don't have any. Oh, it's okay. I got some iron. So I think Wixies are things that will just automatically craft potions for you. I think that's what they do. And they look really cute. They're like little tiny flying witch thingies. And that's... gosh. Sometimes the tool swapper upgrade can be such a pain, but I'm just going to spend the next little bit picking up all of this stuff here so we can bring it back, because, I mean, hey, this is just more decoration. What's wrong with more decoration? Well, that's the whole thing mined for resources, except for the mud, which I might actually dig up as well. But real quick, what I want to show you is what's on top of this thing, because these are actually really cool. Ooh, I'm going to have to get some of those too, those dead bushes. I don't have any, because on top of this, with all the other trees, is a dead archwood tree, and I think it's such a cool bit of generation here. Now, if all these trees weren't here, I think it would look even more imposing, but it's this nice little mound with this dead archwood tree that's just generated on top, and then we were, you know, hanging around in the roots there, and then there's this over here, which I'm in love with, and we're gonna build something up there, don't worry. But yeah, it's such a neat bit of generation. Man, this mod is so neat. And then he spent the rest of the evening gathering dead bushes. Like, he's not gonna get a ton of them through create byproducts. At the end of the day, folks, it's about the decoration, all right? That's what it's all about, is the decoration. It's not about form, or not about functionality. It's all about form. It's not about functionality. I don't care if it works. It's got to look good. All right, somebody remind me when I say I need a lot of mud that this thing goes four layers deep. This is 4 layers. This is so much mud. So remind me this is here when I'm like, oh man, I wish I had some mud later. Oh gosh, I'm counting on you guys. Count on y'all to remind me that this is here, okay? Just help me out, all right? Thanks. I appreciate you. No, for real. Thanks. And then look at the size of this ocean. This is incredible. I got plans for this too. This is absolutely incredible. What is that? What in the world? Oh, are those jellyfish? Oh my gosh, they totally are. Do you hurt me if I touch you? No, you don't. Oh, you do. You absolutely do. Oh, that's super neat. I wonder if I can put them in a bucket. All right, the ADHD has started already, folks. Let's get a jellyfish in a bucket, shall we? Ah, bucket of jellyfish. Very cool. That's so neat. I need more. All right, we got a bunch of jellyfish now. Very cool. Maybe we'll make a little aquarium for our jellyfish or something. But as I was saying, I got plans for the ocean. I got plans for stuff a little bit farther that way. I got loads and loads and loads of plans. Oh, another jellyfish. So yeah, we'll be back here-ish. Don't worry. Let's go see if we can find a whirly sprig. I'm pretty sure that I picked one up and placed it in this forest a while ago. I'm pretty sure the whirly sprigs are the ones that want the wildin' horns. Either that or it's a drigme. I can't honestly remember, so I just know they were kind of abundant, honestly. Or apparently not. Jeepers. You know, I could have sworn I put one in the forest. That's all right. We've got Shadowfax's fastest horse in the west. We can go ahead and ride around and try and find one. Well, you know what? Here's a drigme, so let's see if it was a drigme. I'm pretty sure it was a whirly sprig that liked the wildin' horns, but let's put that on the ground. Oh, it is a drigme. Oh, drigme tokens. Yup. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that we didn't find a whirly sprig in the other place. Now I gotta find drigmes. And there's a whirly sprig. All right, let me double check. Actually, I think somebody on YouTube commented on what they need. Oh, it's whirly sprigs need trees grown near them. That's what it is. Okay, I remember, because they're the nature ones. They're the ones that enjoy, like, getting things from from plants and whatnot and gardens and the like. Wow, look at all these whirly sprigs around here. Jeepers, I wish I had my my sapling oh wait, there's trees all over the place. I can just grow trees next to them. But yes, they want, so they do plants and whatnot. So if you have like a bunch of whirly sprigs in like a garden and stuff, they will just passively get materials that garden would give out, right? And they don't even like harvest the crops, I don't think. So like if you have trees and plants and the like, they'll just give you stuff that those plants will produce, essentially, which is pretty cool. But it was Ice Snow 3070 that gave me some phenomenal info about drigmies. You know, they used to do the same thing that whirly sprigs do with plants, but with mobs instead. And I think it's hostile and passive mobs. So you could have drigmies in a hostile mob farm, and they would just give you the stuff that they would normally drop, which is pretty neat without killing them. I wonder if they do XP. Whoop. Dangerous place to be. Oh, and actually something that Ice Snow mentioned as well is you can turn these mobs into familiars too, which is useful, especially the Drigme, because it gives you an extra level of looting. So if you have a Drigme familiar and you're near, let's say, a mob farm, like they said, then you'll be able to, you know, get that extra level of looting, which is pretty incredible to help you get more drops. We got 2 saplings. I didn't drop any saplings, really? All right, I got 4 now, so that's good. We can get a couple whirly sprigs at least. Now, I don't know how close our friends need to be in order to get the stuff and things from them, but oh, okay, that looks like it was close enough. Sweet. Okay, great. So I'm just going to go around. I'm going to farm up a couple of these Ars creatures, I guess, is what we'll call them, just creatures. And I'll be back to you guys when I'm all set. Well, I'd say that was successful. We got 6 whirly sprigs and 10 Drigme tokens, and I don't know if I showed this earlier, but we've got 10 Starbuckle tokens now, with a couple of named ones as well, so that brings us up to 12. I think that's pretty incredible. That should get us going. Oh, and the Wixie token as well, which we'll have to make a Wixie at some point. I've never really been one to use a lot of potions, but obviously, this being a magic shop, we're going to need a lot of potions, so yeah, it's something we're going to have to work on. Well, listen, that is unfortunately where we're going to have to leave it today. There's so much more that I wanted to do in this episode. There's actually a lot more that I have recorded, but this episode is going way too long, and I have probably another at least hour recorded, so we're going to have to wait for the next episode for that one. The next episode is where we're going to tackle some source generation. We're going to hopefully be using archwood for that, and maybe a couple other things, but we got a lot done in this episode. We did a lot of exploring, and I'm so happy with this shop. I'm just so happy with it. It's so pretty, and it's so cute and quaint, and I love it. But folks, thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me once again, and a super duper happy new year, Merry Christmas, and all that super wonderful stuff. Happy Hanukkah and happy holidays, etc., etc. to you all. And as always, an absolutely massive shout out to my patrons over at patreon.com/Throwlash. We have Jucifer, Yo Your Mom Games, Interbert, Husol, Dusk, and Wraith. Thank you so much. As well as the members here on YouTube, we've got Moon Goddess Lolo, Diosil, Av, Love for Sunflowers, Matt, and Bot. Thank you everybody for your support. It means the absolute world to me. Hey, check out the Discord while you're here, while you're watching. Link should be in the description. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that crazy nonsense for YouTube, and I'll see everybody in the next episode. Thanks again. I love y'all. Bye.